Once in a while, I like to go back and view card tricks that really fooled me, and let me tell you, this one really fooled me. What's crazy about this card trick is that it's completely impromptu, doesn't require a whole lot of practice, but it still just really packs a punch, and it's unbelievable. You have to check it out. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn Magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a card trick that just blew my mind. So, let's do it. Alright guys, so check this out. Bam, I got a deck of stuff right here. We're going to take the stuff right out of the tuck case and throw that over to the side. And I gotta say, first of all, sorry, bad joke, but I didn't like these cards at first, but I don't know what it is. They really grew on me. I can't stop touching them anymore. But anyway, for this trick, I'm going to need the 2 red queens and the 2 black queens. And I also need a card selected, so let's just say we stop here, take a look, and remember this card. Don't forget it because you're going to need it. All right, so here we have the 2 red queens, the queen of diamonds, and the queen of hearts. We're going to sandwich your card right in between those 2 queens. Take this whole sandwich and leave that right on the table for now. But actually, here, we're going to do this. We're going to lose this sandwiched packet in the bottom half of the deck, right? Not the top half, but the bottom half. And then we'll leave that over to the side right here. So now we have the sandwiched card between the 2 red queens, and here we have the 2 what queens? That's right, the 2 black queens. So we'll take these 2 black queens, turn them face down on top of the deck. And if I just snap, check this out. This is the really cool part. That one sandwiched card now appears right here. And you know what it's sandwiched between? Not the 2 red queens, but the 2 black queens, right? That's like next level, all right? But now we've seen it sandwiched between the 2 red queens. We've seen it sandwiched between the 2 black queens. So we're gonna take the black queen sandwich. Sounds very weird. Black queen sandwich. We're gonna leave the black queen sandwich right here. And we're gonna try something out. We wanna get the card, your selected card, back in between the 2 red queens. So here we go. See, the card has completely vanished from between the 2 black queens, and it's between these 2 red queens. And if we take a look right here, there's your selected card, the 3 of hearts. Do you know what time it is? It's time for the tutorial. So a little bit of background on this effect. It's called Impossible Sandwich, and I saw it first on Miss Mag 822's channel. It just blew me away. I had no idea how it was done. I saw a few things here and there, but I'm like, I still don't know. I just have no idea, especially because it can be done with a signed card. It drove me insane. So if you want to check out his performance tutorial, I'll put the link on the screen and description. But that being said, let's go ahead and break it down. So first things first, as you probably guessed, you're going to need the 2 black queens and wrong cards. You need the 2 red queens and the 2 black queens. Those are the correct cards. And we also need a card selected by a spectator. So let's just say random card right here. We have the ace of clubs, okay? And in my performance, what I like to do is like to hand the spectator over the selected card, all right? And while the spectator is taking a look at the selected card, you want to grab a pinky break under the top card of the deck, right? So you can do a pinky count, grab that break this way, or you can just use your thumb to count off 1 card. Whatever method you want to use, you could even push off, pull back, grab that pinky break like this, but just grab a break right underneath the top card. Once that's complete, you want to take the 2 red queens, put it on top, so now you have a break under the top 3 cards, and you're going to take this whole sandwich, right, take the top card off and put it underneath, right? So if you take a look now, we have the red queen, that's what it looks like. But right in between the red queens, we have some arbitrary card, which we don't really care about, right? So now we have this. You tell the spectator now to give you back the card, and you take this card, return it between the 2 red queens, but obviously it's not exactly between the 2 red queens because there's a random card underneath the top red queen, all right? So this is what it's gonna look like, something like this. And then you want to square this up with the rest of the deck. So what I like to do is I like to grab it this way, and I pretend to square it up like this. But in actuality, what you're doing is ditching the bottom 2 cards, the red queen and the spectator selected card. You're ditching those on the bottom as you square up, right? And then you say, I'm going to take this sandwich, the red queen sandwich, and put it over to the side. And I don't like to put it to the side square like this. Otherwise, people may think it's just 1 card. I'd like to shift over a little bit just to show that there is a card behind it. And since it's face down, chances are, or the spectator should 100% believe that that is their selected card. Once that's complete, you want to tell the spectator that you're going to lose this sandwich in the center of the bottom packet, okay? So you cut the deck like I just did, take this whole thing, put it on top, just grab a break now under the top card and perform a double undercut. So what you ultimately want to do is move this red queen to the bottom of this, what's it called? The bottom of this half, right? So you grab a break underneath, double undercut, break about half, put it over, take everything underneath, put that over as well. So now you have the red queen on the bottom like this, and you can take that and put it over to the side. Now coming back to the top half, what you have here is you have the spectator selected card on top face down, and you have the red queen. Personally, I like to recap at this point saying the spectator selected card is between the two red queens in this pile over here. Move that a bit closer. This pile over here. And then I take the two black queens and I tell the spectator we want to make the card appear now between the two black queens. So as I'm usually doing this, I'm pointing towards this packet over here. You want to now grab a break under the top two cards, right? So under the top two cards, you want to grab a break, whatever method you want to use, but just keep in mind if you're pushing off and pulling back, right? You want to make sure not to expose that queen of hearts or whatever red queen there is. And if you're doing a pinky count, then do a pinky count. Again, whatever method works best for you, just grab that break while pointing here. So you're kind of using misdirection, saying the card is between the two red queens here. And then while you're doing that, that's how your dirty work is covered. Then you take the two black queens. You say you're going to make it appear between the two black queens. And now you can grab this whole packet of 4 cards, turn it face down like this, saying you're turning the two queens face down. That's why the motion that you use to flip those cards over makes sense. And now you can snap, do whatever you want, but now there is the spectator selected card and it's between two queens. However, it's between a red queen and a black queen. And this is what really threw me off when I first saw this card trick. I'm like, wow, that is just genius. However, right, this is what really confused me. When you're doing this now, you cannot show it like this. You can't come over and be like, oh, it's between the two black queens. There it is, because clearly that's not a black queen. So what you probably saw in my performance is as I pull this out, push this forward, I switched the order like this. So now you switch the order like this. If you take a look here, the red queen, the pip is not showing on this corner, but it is showing on the bottom. So you just want to cover that up with the rest of your hand like this and quickly show that card is between the two black queens. And of course, since this queen is black here, they're not really going to question it too much or at all. Then you come back down, show that off like this, right? Still the spectator selected card. And while you're doing this, you want to grab a pinky break underneath the top card here again. So there you go. Come back. All right. And now you're going to say, I'm going to take this whole sandwich, turn it back over and leave it on the table like so. Then you come back here to the bottom packet, the original bottom packet. You take that and put it on top. And what you've just done is you've sandwiched the spectator selected card again between the two red queens, and you leave that here. And what I like to do at this point is show some kind of magic where the card is being transferred from this sandwich to the sandwich between the two red queens. So it first transferred from here to here, and now it's going to go back from here to there. So I like to just spin it like this, kind of just grab the corner, split, show the card has vanished, front and back, throw that down, and just do a quick ribbon spread. Two red queens, one card is between the two red queens. I wonder what it could be. Pull that right out. That one card right there, spectator's card, the queen, that's not the queen. Spectator's card, the ace of clubs between the two red queens. So I hope you enjoyed this trick. It definitely will blow minds when you do it in front of other people. Just make sure to really practice it. Get all the small motions down here and there. Really get your pattern down. And I think you can just absolutely kill it. And of course, we cannot have Magic Monday without a quote of the week. So this one is by Abraham Lincoln. He says, the best way to predict your future is to create it. So go out, create your future, and I'll see you back here really soon. Peace out.